Hello, let's do a little video on socialization here, and stick around till the end. I have kind of like a pre-announcement kind of thing. Not really, not so much an announcement as a pre-announcement. Um, so, at any rate, I want to talk a little bit about socializing snakes. And right here, I got a ball python, which is one of the easier snakes to socialize, but the rules are pretty much the same for all of them. And this guy's name is 80 because he's got an 80 on him. It's not perfect, I mean, it does wrap down, but he's got an 8 and a 0. It's a significant number for me, so I kept him. He was hatched out in 2011. I hatched him out, produced this animal. He is a 50% heterozygous clone. His father I bought as a 50%er, bred out a few times, and produced clones. So this guy very likely does have the gene. I think there's not a marker for a clone, but they tend to be prettier. Yeah, this guy's got really nice color compared to the rest of his clutch mates. He's got some nice, actually, where? He does have some nice flaming. Where is it? This side. He's got, it's not amazing, but the clowns in my line tend to have this this kind of flaming and this general color and kind of busy pattern. So I do think that he probably carries it. Anyway, as far as socialization goes, if you notice, nice long tongue flicks. That's one of the first things you want to look for. You know, there are other tells if a snake, to what state they're in. They live in kind of in modes, and you get feeding mode. His brother, super mellow snake. Take him out of the cage, do whatever you like with him. Whenever you walk by his tub, he will smash the plastic. Anything warm that moves by, he hits it. He thinks it's prey. He's always in that feed mode until you open up, kind of wait a minute, let him realize what's going on, touch him a little, get him to understand that he's not being fed. But so that's one mode, feeding mode. Then you get kind of thinking mode, and that's really the only mode you can really do anything with. So, with snakes and monitors, actually, you get these nice long, relaxed tongue flicks. See that? And that means that we have a relaxed, not so much a relaxed animal, an animal that's thinking. It's using its head. It's not just being defensive and biting and being all spastic. This is an animal that you can make some inroads with. So what you want to do is, once you have them to the point, and you get with most pythons, you can get there just by handling them, for the most part. Blood pythons I've found are a little different. They're more like they're not really a handling snake so much as a hanging out with snake, and they like to be close to the ground. So putting them up on your shoulders, they get nervous. With ball pythons, retics, most of them, if you can get them to the point where they don't spaz out when you pick them up, which the easiest thing to do there, I'd say you got them in the cage, just sit there with them. Let them know you're there. Let them kind of get used to your presence. Little by little, maybe put a hand in the cage. Don't look. Just put the hand in. If it's a big animal, you might want to have a spot. But just hand in the cage. Let them get used to you little by little, to where you can go in there, touch them. They don't freak out. Start picking them up. Just get them used to being picked up. This is for snakes. Don't do this with monitors. Monitors is a different thing. Then, once you get them to the point where you can just pick them up, and they're pretty mellow, which with most of python is really easy. Bloods being the exception there, and with Malayo python, they're not much different. Similia, obviously, that's a different story, but with these guys, it's pretty much just a matter of, especially if you get them as a baby, just interacting with them, picking them up, get them used to you, little by little, watching the tongue flicks, and then mess with their heads. Like little by little, always come from below, just like a bird, just like most animals. You want to come from below because coming from above is scary. That's something attacking when it's coming from above, like an eagle or a hawk or something. Once you get them to where you can just pet them like this, Start rubbing the sides of their head a little. They're still tongue flicking. At this point, they trust you. Now you have to learn to trust them. And everything I've said so far, I mean, you can pretty much hear on any reptile-related YouTube channel. So the next step is getting to trust them. So that's going to come with time. I said I hatched this animal out in 2011. I trust this animal. This animal trusts me. And that is where you get to really start interacting with them, hanging out with them, watching their habits, seeing them as they actually are. And you can kiss them right on the snout, just as many times as you like. Hey, just give them a kiss. When you get to the point where you trust them that much, you can just kiss them right on the snout, and you know they're not going to bite you. There's just no worry, you know. So you can just really experience these animals at that point as they are, as you know, thinking, interested creatures. I have ball pythons that, not every time, but if they want to hang out, I open their drawer, I'll put my hand down, and they'll climb right up. I'll do a video at some point with that. Hold me to it, I will. But this is the key. Once you can start petting them like this, that's when you can start really enjoying these animals and learning what they're all about, because they're not dumb creatures. These are thinking, feeling, wonderful creatures. And I can do that all night. He's never going to bite me. This is what you want to get with your ball pythons. This is what you want to get with your boas. This is what you want to get with pretty much any of your reptiles. And there aren't too many of them that you can't get to this point. And the rules are a little different with, say, a monitor. Monitor's like, you know, a ball python. I'll pick it up. I'll get it used to me just by picking it up. It'll learn. Same thing with geckos, you know, any of the more simple kind of reptiles. Monitors are a different thing. The monitors, I don't just pick them up. I let them get used to me. And I have seen some evidence that maybe some individuals can be socialized that way, just picking them up and getting them used to you that way. Camp Kennan did a video with a monitor he had that had gotten sick, and over the course of just having to pick it up and inject it, the thing mellowed out. So I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I've definitely seen it go much more poorly with monitors, just picking them up to get them used to you. Them, it's just you want to hang out with them, get them used to you, do the hand in the cage. They'll come up to you, they'll start tongue flicking at you, and you know, climbing on you, and you can once they decide to interact with you, I mean, then it's easy. But these guys, anyways, it's really all about just picking them up, getting them used to you, patting them, and you'll get a wonderful animal. And how you can get a wonderful animal. End of the video. Got kind of an announcement. Right now I got 10 or so subscribers. I'd like to get that up to 1,000. I'd like to make a little money off of this YouTube channel so that I can get more interesting animals, bring you more interesting videos with better quality, better equipment. The more the channel grows, the more people know about me and know to buy animals from me. The more income I can bring in, really, the better this channel will get. So I think what I'm going to do is, if you guys can get me to 100 subscribers, I will pick someone randomly from those 100 people, and I'll send you an animal. I have one 50%. I'm not doing a lot of ball python this year. I have one 50% het clown female. That this is her first breeding, but she's in the glow right now. She's glowing, which basically, if you don't know, ball pythons, when they're gravid, they turn color. They actually get several shades lighter. We call it the glow. If I prove her out and get clowns, I will send someone a clown. And if not, if she doesn't prove out, maybe we'll talk about an Aki. It'll be something like, you know, I'll get to 100 subscribers and I'll say, okay, contest, doing an animal giveaway, post pictures of, you know, your enclosure, and tell me why you should be the person, and I'll pick someone from those 100 people, and I will send you an animal. And you can learn how to do that.